Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, Canelo. Ánimo.
All right, man. Premier Boxing Champions will still chase Canelo, still offering top dollar. Canelo stock ain't gonna drop in their eyes. You know, it might drop a little bit in the zone eyes, but you know they gonna have to do it again. Let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? You know they gonna have to do it again, but his stock not gonna drop in their eyes, man. They still gonna want to fight him even more now than never. Let me explain. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, next subscribe button, it's the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications we go live or drop a video. So yeah, his stock it's not gonna drop in their eyes. They're going to continue to try to court him, and even more now than ever, you know, that he lost, you know, now, you know, they said, you know, they probably saying it can be done, and, you know, his value ain't dropped. You know what I'm saying? Most people might think, well, his stock dropped or whatever. I don't think so. And no, you know, and no, this don't mean that Errol Spence could beat him because Dimitri Bivol beat him. This don't mean Charlo could beat him because Dimitri Bivol beat him. No, this don't mean that David Benavidez could beat him because Dimitri Bivol did him. Dimitri Bivol beat him in a way with a style and with attributes that most of these fighters have not shown yet. I'm not gonna say they couldn't do it, but they haven't shown they can do it. But we'll get back to that in time, bro. But yeah, you know, his value ain't dropped over there. And you know, they still, you know what I'm saying? You know, they still is going to let him, you know, go over there and offer him big money. You know, one loss, and hopefully hopefully with him losing, him still being able to bounce back as a superstar, show people that you can lose and still, you know, you can lose and still, you know, have value as long as you don't, you know, play the role and play the wrong role, which is when I lose, leave the public eye view. When I lose, take it hard. Don't come back for a year and, you know, contemplate retirement. It's a loss, especially if it's your first loss. Sean Porter did showed that time and time again. He done lost over and over and over again. But Sean Porter's stock never hit journeyman status. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? It never hit journeyman status. So you know, just because you know Dimitri Bivol beat him, you know, Bivol was a very skilled fighter. You know, he was a very skilled fighter. It wasn't like, you know, it ain't like he no bum. I told y'all he can fight. You know, I told y'all I just didn't think they was gonna let him get a decision, and he got his decision. You know, thank God he got his decision, and I'm happy for him. I watched him, you know, come up on HBO. He was part of that European invasion, which most people kind of, and I thought until I had to learn my lesson that that was the reason why HBO got out of business, and that wasn't. It was kind of the reason, but it wasn't the ultimate reason. Uh, but yeah, he lost. You know, and it don't change that he got, you know, his next fight with Canelo. It probably was something in there saying if you lose, you know, this, that, and the third, your money get cut short or whatever. But we seen Canelo being able to get out of the zone contract before, and his lawyers, you know, and his people were able to get him out of that contract. So um, that's something to think about. So I don't think it's, like I said, I don't think it's over. And I think he's gonna be more of a hot commodity now that his fights have um how can I say it? His fights have some type of drama. They all look like pretty much the same. Him beating on somebody, or him, you know, getting, you know, being in a questionable fight, or one of his opponents beating him real bad, and the scorecards is whack, and he knock him out. They all pretty much look the same. But Dimitri Bivol showed that it can be done, even though they tried to take it from Dimitri Bivol. They really did. But he showed him, you know, Bivol showed people that it can be done. He showed people that it can be done. It's not impossible. You know, even though he should have won 9-3, 8-4 at the minimum, you know, he showed that it can be done. That's what Beaver showed. He showed that it can be done. You know, and a lot of people didn't think it could, but it did. And he didn't have to knock him out to do it. And Canelo got tired in there. A knockout, like, you know, he didn't really unveil his best punch. That's the thing about it. He didn't unveil his best punch. You know, he did not unveil his best punch. You know, he did use the right hand, but he didn't throw it. He didn't throw it with power. He just touched him. So in a rematch, he probably going to have to rematch him. Somewhere down the line. But that's his ace in the hole. Canelo picked on somebody that's still fairly young, still fairly fresh. You know what I'm saying? He picked the wrong one. Athletic guys, somebody that you can't weight drain, which he did attempt to weight drain him. And I said that, you know, I can't tell y'all what the weight, you know, you know, the weight, I should tell you what the weight was, but it was rehydration clause from what I understood, but that's not what this about. And like I said before, he either gonna be more of a hot commodity with the PBC now, and will he go and take that risk? My thing is this, bro, why not? Why let them fight each other? Why let them fight each other and get experience, bro? Because you getting older, they gonna get more experience, and they seen kind of what he did. Now, you can't mimic that, but only you only can do it in your own special way. And can Benavidez stay in there? The question is with Benavidez, can he take them? Because he's not gonna use Canelo feet against him. Benavidez do got fast hands, but if he can keep backing Canelo up like that, the thing about it is Beaver defense. Now, Benavidez don't got no defense, at all. But can he take that shot? I think if I'm Canelo, I'm going to a solar plex. I'm going to a stomach. I'm doubling. I'm tripling. I know he's on the boxing voice last night. I went to sleep. Told you I wasn't watching the fight. And my thing is, if Benavidez can take his punch and back him up the way that Beaver backed him up, if he can back him up, he probably got the best chance out of all of them. That's PBC guys. If he can back him up, bro, and do a beat. The thing about Benavidez is not going to care about. He not going to stay at that distance like this. He not going to stay here. You know what I'm saying? Once he get this done, going like this, he gonna fall. He gonna be in his grill and just getting off. He will stay here, and he didn't allow Canelo to slide left or right. And he would pop Canelo, and he would step back, and Canelo would say, "Come on," and he'd stay there. And then, he didn't take the bait. But the thing about Benavidez is that he probably gonna take the bait, but his hand speed, his ways his punches flow is gonna be crazy. And he probably could get Canelo on the ropes and stop him. That fight probably be the best fight out there for Canelo as far as a classic. Like some that people can make legendary nights about, even if he win or lose, it's just a great fight. That's a damn classic. That's a classic. That's a classic. You know, that's a classic right there because Benavidez, like I said, it's more than one way to beat Canelo. Because Triple G had some success in the first fight, but like I said before, Beeble took the Floyd game plan and he put his twist on there. And he had the physical attributes to carry out that Floyd game plan. That's the difference. He actually had the natural talent and IQ. And what he did, he seen that Floyd fight, and he said, "Well, I can do this, and I can step it up just a little bit." And that's what he did. That's exactly what it did. He said, "Man, I can do this." That's what he said. I can do this. That's what he said. Bro, man, I can do this, bro. That's exactly what he said. He said, "Man, this ain't impossible. Let me go. Let me show these guys that I can do." And he stepped it up. But Benavidez probably gonna try to knock him out. He ain't gonna. He not gonna. He don't have the skill set that Beaver got. He doesn't have it. But one thing you will get, he is going to try to knock his block off. That's what I can tell you. He is going to knock his. He's going to knock his block off. I can guarantee you, he's going to knock his block off, or he's gonna get knocked out. So, and you talk about Jamal Charlo, and could Jamal Charlo get the job done? I mean, I don't know, man. He got a good jab. That's where I had to start at. He's big too. He would just do it with brute strength. He would just keep coming at Canelo, and Canelo just counter him. My thing is, he don't even like the jab, and that's like his best attribute. So I mean, he would have to really come behind the jab and shoot his right hand. I don't know, man. That's a difficult fight for Charlo. I always said that. But one thing about Charlo, he could turn the turbo boosters on like David Benavidez. But you're not gonna sit there. You're not gonna sit there and box with this kid neither. He can't box with Canelo because you still gonna get robbed regardless. So, like I said before, that's a good fight. But Charlo got enough to put it all together because you think about it too, man. Beeble had some subpar and boring performances, but he stepped it up in the biggest fight of his career. So, I mean, that's something nobody talking about. So, um, but yeah, I mean, he got a chance, good jab, good speed, big frame, but he going to do it in his own way. He gonna have to do it in his own special way, and it ain't gonna be the way that it's not gonna be the Beaver way. It's gonna be his way. So, I mean, he'll start with that jab, but I'm not sure he got. I'm not sure he got enough to take it to beat Canelo Alvarez. That's just my opinion. I ain't talking about him and Errol Spence. Like Errol don't have no chance. Just because Dimitri Bivol did it, don't mean these dudes got a chance. Errol does not have. He got the same arm length as Bivol, and that's where the comparison stopped. He don't have that skill set. Can he take them shots that Bivol took last night, or can he defend those shots or roll those shots that Bivol did last? And the answer is no. He stayed right on that line, perfect for Canelo. Perfect hook to the body, come up with an uppercut, turn us like. And these dudes ain't Bivol. They would have to beat him in their own way. And for him to beat him, for Earl to beat him, he need a miracle with some holy water. His gloves, marinated in some holy water for 48 hours. You need a miracle. He need a damn miracle. And they expect nobody to go up from 47 to 68 pounds to do that. I'm not expecting him to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because once you look at his weight classes for a reason. That's one thing you learned last night. Even Canelo has limitations with judges and officials and the club situation with him stacking or being an A-side fighter. Even he has limitations. So like I said before, it's weight classes for a reason. He couldn't bully that man around last night. And when he did push him to the ropes, he couldn't cut the ring off on him, keep him on the ropes. The dude was too strong, too skilled, too athletic. He took one of those light heavyweights that can walk and chew bubble gum. What I mean by that is balance, and he ain't no big clunk. He ain't no big clunk. He took somebody that could balance, stay on balance, stay on power. He took somebody that could walk and chew bubble gum, who could punch and dance around the ring, and he got whooped on. Errol Spence, he go up to hundreds. People say we spar bigger guys in the ring all the time. Oh, Crawford said he sparred bigger guys. That's different. That's different sparring, big guys with bigger gloves on and headgear on. Take that headgear off, take them bigger gloves on, move up there. You fighting heavyweights at that point. A lot of cruiserweights at least. A lot of dudes, popping those 100, 200 pounds after the fight. And if you do put a rehydration clause on them on the morning of, still gonna come in the ring pretty heavy. So that's just a suicide mission, honestly. Going to 160 would be tough for him, especially with Golovkin, And Golovkin, one of the dudes who lost last night too. So it's a lot to ask, man. And I understand, why you think they put them catch weight classes in there? Think about that for a minute. Think about why they put them catch weight classes in there. Try to tell y'all, man, there's weight classes for a reason. I promise y'all, there's weight classes for a reason. What's that Earth, Wind, and Fire song? The reasons that we here. It's weight classes for a reason. You know? So they make them for a reason. They ain't, man, people gonna say, oh, you always hating on Earl. I'm being like 100% honest. I'm being 100% honest. It's a reason why these dudes make weight classes. I'm always honest on Earl. I might have a little play on words and I might joke around and whatever. And people get mad. It is what it is. Get in the ring with Crawford. But like I said before, This ain't gonna stop the Canelo train from getting traction at all. Canelo still gonna get traction. So this ain't gonna stop that. Canelo still gonna be in the mix like some pancakes. He's still gonna be that dude. He's still gonna get paydays that niggas who ain't never lost or protecting they owe getting. He's still gonna get them type of paydays. So PBC will continue to be interested. That is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out the Boxing News playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe button is the bell icon button. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Also, check my link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. There, link tree, the first link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Peace.